am Steffi Freedman with American Dream TV, and today we are in Center City, Philadelphia, where we're going to be joined by Jamie Cooperstein, award-winning author, hospitality expert, and even more importantly, lifelong Philadelphian. She's going to take us to two spots that are a little bit off the beaten path, one representing the past and one that's bridging us to the future. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Steffi.
Nice to see you.
Thanks
for joining us.
So glad to be here.
All right, so you wrote an amazing book, and it was talking about your decades behind the concierge desk. Do you want to tell us about that really quickly and how this relates to, you bringing us to two of your favorite secret spots around here?
Sure. So I feel so privileged to live amongst history.
Yes.
So the book that I wrote, True Hospitality, Lessons Learned from Behind the Concierge Desk, is a sneak peek of my 10-year career as a Philadelphia concierge, working with demanding customers and guests and telling them all about kind of the hidden gems around Philadelphia. Certainly some people were coming to Philly to be the true typical tourist and see history, go to the museums like Philadelphia Museum of Art, Franklin Institute, etc. But then you had folks that really wanted to have the local experience, not eat at the touristy restaurant, but eat where I might have dinner, where my family might have dinner, and really enjoy things that a local resident would enjoy. So it honestly was really, really varied.
Yeah.
So challenging as a concierge, we had to know it all.
Yes, which is a great way to learn the city. And you were telling me about this garden because this was not always here.
No. So this bell was a gift from Queen Elizabeth in 1976 to mark the 200th birthday of the United States.
Yes.
For a number of years, it actually lived on display in our old visitor center. The city decided it needed some repair, so it was then removed, it was tucked away, never to be seen again until last spring of 2025. This garden, the Benjamin Rush Garden, was refurbished, and the bell was proudly brought out of storage and finally hung here. And I love this garden because rather than waiting in such a long line with tourists at the Liberty Bell, this truly is a replica of the Liberty Bell. So is it the real thing? No, but it really looks like it is, and there's no line. And you have the place to yourself.
So now we are at the Christian to Crescent Connector Bridge as part of the Schuylkill River Trail. Definitely need your sneaks because it is a walk from the dog park at Pine Street, but it is beautiful. And this is new, right? It just opened last year.
Spring of 2025, and was a wonderful addition to the rest of the Schuylkill River Trail that connects all the way up to the Art Museum.
Yes.
And the start of Boathouse Row, which is a really popular kind of postcard scene of Philadelphia.
And even goes around Kelly Drive and all around an 8-mile loop. So it's for people looking for not only a great view of Philly, but also a great place to exercise, right?
Absolutely, and I think it's so important for cities to have green spaces, right? That's what keeps people like myself living in an urban environment, is having access to wonderful green spaces. This particular trail is amazing because rather than having to walk or run or bike amongst the congestion closer to more of the tourist-laden sections of the trail near the Art Museum and Boathouse Row, this is right parallel to where so many residents live in Philadelphia, and we can just hop on easily and really enjoy all of the great views along the Schuylkill River.
Right, exactly, without the crowds.
Correct.
So you're a lifelong Philadelphian. How has that changed? Like, how has it changed over the different phases of your life?
Well, I love to fall in love with the city kind of over and over again, as opposed to having the same pattern or the same preferences over time. So I feel like it's fun to kind of continuously explore. This particular weekend, as an example, it's the 100th birthday of the Ben Franklin Bridge.
Yes, they're closing it.
Yes,
right?
so how cool is that to get to like take my family and say that we're gonna walk on the bridge?
Yes.
It may be another 100 years before I get to do that again, right? So I guess my answer is just finding things that feel new and fresh and exciting. And certainly for me, having a young daughter, things that are also family friendly.
And seeing it through her eyes,
is
right?
fantastic.
Because you've had such an interesting front seat to the city from a professional standpoint, now from a personal standpoint. It's really special that you've been here and that you're here with us today to share what speaks to you. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for joining us today in Philly. We're so grateful to have Jamie with us. You know, there's always something new, whether you're a resident or a visitor, to keep Philly fresh. So with American Dream TV, I'm Steffi Freedman.